What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video of the Fútbol es Vida channel. Another episode of Barca Talk, episode 18 of Barca Talk, in which we're going to talk about the spanking that Barcelona gave to Real Betis, a 5-1 win in the round of 16 of the Copa del Rey, and we have now secured a quarterfinal spot to win our next trophy. After the trophy that we won against Real Madrid in the Super Cup final, we 5-2, destroy them. La Manito, another sensational match from Hansi Flicky's Barcelona. That's what we're going to talk about today. But before we get into that, let me make sure to remind you guys to like, subscribe, favorite, hit the notification bell for every time we upload. Share to your friends that love Barcelona, that hate Barcelona, like the Madristas. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about the video. Let me know what you guys thought about the game. Who stepped up today? Who is your man of the match for today's game? What are we going to do from now on? Are we going to continue this form? Are we going to continue improving? Are we going to get better? Or is this just a little fluke? I doubt it, though, because we're the best. But let me know what you guys think below. So, yeah, let's get right into the fucking game, ladies and gentlemen. Barcelona win 5-1. Again, they host Real Betis at the Montjuic Stadium. I call it's Montjuic, I know, but I call it the Montjuic because I hate it. But we host them, and obviously we played Real Betis early on in the season, which we tied 2-2 against them when Frankie de Jong came in, and then he gave up that penalty against Vitor Roque, blah blah blah, and then they scored a pretty good goal in the last minutes of the game, blah blah blah. So a lot of people were saying, it should be kind of a tough match just because Real Betis have shown that they have, a pretty decent squad who put in good effort and, could put up a challenge for sure. But I was confident that we were going to win this game. I think every Barcelona fan was confident because after the final win against Real Madrid, I'm pretty sure it gave us all confidence. As much as it gave confidence to the team, it definitely gave us confidence as a fan base, because I can admit that in the last couple of weeks, in the last 2 months, like in November and December, my doubts started to come up around the team, just because it reminded me a bit about Xavi's Barcelona, where we would play decent football. We would play very good football, actually, and we would create multiple chances, but we wouldn't take an opportunities. And then if we do take an opportunity, it looked like the other team had chances to score and come back and maybe even beat us, or when they go up first, we would struggle to get into the game, get back into the game, or win the game in general. We were lacking that final goal, the final things that we needed to do to win a game. We were lacking that these last couple months, and that's what led us to be in third place right now, where we currently are, in dropping points in multiple games, which we shouldn't have. And so the doubts definitely rose up again around the team. Is there confidence? How good is their confidence, the mentality when going to these games? So those brought some doubts for sure. But after this Clásico win, my confidence just boosted up tremendously, because that was obviously one of the toughest games that we could play against Real Madrid. It's always going to be a tough match. As much as we destroyed them, it's always a Clásico. We always want to put in 100% effort. Both teams are going to put in 100% effort, so it's going to be always a difficult match. But the fact that we easily swept the floor with them just showed me, like, wow, this team is mentally there. This team wants to win. This team is ready to start this new year and bring some trophies home to the cap now when we go back, or just in general to Barcelona. So that game gave me so much confidence for this game against Real Betis to completely wipe the floor with them too, and that's exactly what we did, because we gave them another La Manito. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, incredible performance from everyone in general. Everyone had a great game. The main standouts for me were 100% Lamine Yamal. What a player. But let's go over the lineup real quick. Obviously, we had Iñaki Peña in goal. I think the red card against Chesney affected him to be playing, to be able to play for this match. I'm not 100% sure. I saw some people talk about it, mention it. So I'm not sure. Let me know if you guys know about that. Is that red card that Chesney got in the Super Copa affected him to play for this match? Because if it didn't have any effect, then I would have wanted to see Chesney continue playing, because he actually had a really good run in these last couple games, in these last 3 matches against Barbosa and against Athletic Club and against Real Madrid. Even though he got the red card, he still was putting in the work. But I wanted to see more of Chesney, because Chesney's a good goalkeeper, and as much as Iñaki Peña has stepped up to replace Ter Stegen after his injury, I'm still not 1,000,000% convinced, or 100% convinced with Iñaki Peña yet. He's put up good performances, yeah, but there's still some doubts around him. Can he be that clutch goalkeeper that we really need? And I feel like Chesney could be that goalkeeper, but that will have to come with more playing time, and hopefully he gets more playing down the line. But it's looking like Iñaki Peña might just go back to his starting spot that he was in already. So Iñaki Peña in goal, defensive line, Juskunde, Araujo, Cubarsi, and Gerard Martin. Yeah, Barley got the bench today. He got the rest today. Okay. Midfield of Frankie de Jong, Pedri, and Gavi. Okay. Frankie de Jong getting his start over after a while. After a while, for sure. And up top, we had Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, and Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo playing the striker position today. No Lewandowski today. Pretty okay. That didn't fuss me at all because again, Lewandowski is someone that he's going to need some rest eventually. He's been playing basically every single game for us because he's basically the only striker that we really, have. So I had no problem with seeing him rest. But, it's pretty interesting to see a little experiment with Dani Olmo playing that false nine role today. That's what was expected from him for sure because he's not a striker. So we expected him for sure to play that false nine, drop deep, help the midfield as much as possible. And then maybe seeing Rafinha play through the middle, drift through the middle a little bit, make runs through the middle because he's really good at that. So get in between the defenders. So cool little experiment to see what Flick was cooking up there. But, great lineup in general. I was definitely interested to see what Frankie would do for this game. And obviously, Dani Olmo for sure after the whole saga of his whole registration thing. Hopefully, that all goes well. So the whole saga definitely brought him some doubts and some, frustration for him as well. So he definitely wanted to come back and play as soon as possible and prove that he wants to stay for Barcelona and do a cook up, and he did today. He cooked up 100%. So 2 minutes into the match, we score. Gavi gets the first goal. Pedri gets the ball, gets past the defender, passes it to Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo gives it to Gavi, and Gavi with an amazing first touch gets away from the defender and then slides it through the goalkeeper with a magnificent finish. And then boom, what a celebration for him too. You can see the fire in his eyes every time he scores, or when he does when a good action, like a good tackle, anything that the positive that the team does. You can see the fire in him, the heart in him, that he wants to play, that he's ready to play, that he's 100% back to play for Barcelona because he obviously suffered such a long injury, and there were doubts until could he start again for Barcelona because Alexis Casado, Dani Olmo, Pedri, they were all doing very good. Can he get back into the squad? And he's showing slowly that he 100% can get back into the squad if he fights and everyone. This is obviously competition for everyone. It will help everyone improve, and Gavi is improving week in, week out. So this is amazing to see. And his second goal in the last 3 games, he scored against Athletic Club, and now he scored against in this game, which is great to see from him. Obviously, Gavi's playing more of a 10-ish role going forward a little bit more because I remember one game it was Casado, Gavi, and Pedri was playing the 10 role and he was going forward more. But that game, Gavi wasn't great playing that double pivot against Casado. Like even I think Flick realized that because he was too rash in his tackles, he wasn't making very good tackles. Like his defensive awareness wasn't amazing. So I think Flick noticed that and be like, okay, Pedri and Casado, or Becky and Frankie and Pedri play the double pivot and give Gavi the freedom to attack and go forward as much as possible. Because what you get from Gavi is high press, relentless at all times. Wants to attack the defenders as much as possible and wants to press them as much as possible. Always puts on the pressure on the defenders and makes obviously the defenders feel the pressure and makes them want to make rash decisions. And then we attack and we get the ball, recover the ball quickly, like we did multiple times in this game. We recovered the ball so quickly in so many occasions where the loose balls, the challenges, the 50-50 challenges, we won every single one of them, mostly every single one of them, and we were incredible today because we were suffocating Real Betis for sure. Like they had nothing against us the whole game to say that they had any chance to get into this game. We were completely dominating them from minute 1 to minute 90. So, but Gavi was 100% essential in that, and Gavi for sure had a great game. When it comes to the rest of the team, the main standout, and it's just a repetitive thing week in, week out. This guy is just amazing, man. It's just there's just no more words to describe this guy anymore. This kid, Lamine Yamal, another incredible performance today. Wow, bro, he's just sensational, bro. I just keep repeating myself week in, week out when I keep describing this guy, bro. Every time he gets the ball, just nothing but confidence, nothing but something's going to happen when he gets the ball on his feet. It's just incredible to see what he does. Like every week, he just shows it, and he just shows like he just shows sparks of Neymar. Obviously, Neymar's his idol. Obviously, he loves Neymar. Obviously, he also gets compared to the likes of Messi, but no one will ever be like Messi. He's the best of all time for a reason. But he gets compared mostly to Messi because, the number 19, young La Masia player, stepping up for Barcelona, carrying, and the fact that Messi, blessed him as a child and everything. So, but the main thing, the main player he mostly looks like is Neymar, like Neymar-esque, like that nonchalance on the ball, bro. He just so confident on the ball, like so skillful. Like he was cooking today, bro, cooking the defenders today, literally with his fake outs, his shimmy, like little, like he just catches you so easily, and he just looks so happy playing on the pitch. Like he's just so confident on the pitch. Like anytime he touches the ball, like it's just magic when it comes to Lamine Yamal. Like he put an amazing performance, and we saw that with the second goal for Jules Koundé, that fucking amazing first time touch and over the defender, and then Jules Koundé with a great finish as well. Props to Jules Koundé, who had a great match today as well, and he got his goal today. But Lamine Yamal 100% was the standout today for today's match. My man of the match for sure. I'm not 100% sure who got man of the match at the end of the game, but Lamine Yamal, sensational today. The likes of Rafinha. Rafinha had a pretty good match. He obviously got the third goal as well. From Lamine Yamal gets the ball. He recovers the ball from our side from a corner kick. They messed up the corner kick. Lamine Yamal gets the ball. He's running through. And this also shows how good Lamine Yamal can even play as a 10. He can play through the middle. The confidence and the, awareness around him. He has an amazing awareness around him of when the defenders are, pressing him, and when to react, when to do the things he needs to do for us to hold on to the ball and not lose it. His awareness is incredible. He can 100% play the 10 if it ever were to be asked from him. But running through the middle confidently, gets past the defenders, and a little bit selfish from him because he had Rafinha completely by himself. He could have been passes to him, and Rafinha could have just, scored it. But a little bit selfish from him, messes up the shot, and then deflects for Rafinha, and Rafinha shoots it under the goalkeeper's legs, and boom, 3-0 for Barcelona. Amazing. Obviously, Lamine also got an offside goal, which was unfortunate to see because Frankie put out an amazing ball for him, and he one time did, but he was offside, unfortunately. I think Koundé was the one that was offside, which is pretty crazy because we all saw the VAR from that, which is insane. Even Jules Koundé on Instagram, like he memed it a little bit, like, yeah, wow, okay, but yeah, unfortunate from that. But Rafinha puts it up 3-0. But I think Rafinha had a pretty decent game. It wasn't his best game like what we saw from Real Madrid against Real Madrid, but again, what you get from Rafinha, putting in the work, doing what he needs to do, making the runs, helping the team as much as possible. But still got his goal, and 20 goals already this season in all competitions. Wow. This is like the improvement he has had since joining Barcelona until now is just incredible to see. And kudos to Flick because he's got the best out of him. Xavi started a little bit towards the end of the season, and then Flick has skyrocketed even more for him. But Rafinha, what a player. What a player this season. And again, even if he's not putting up the best performance, he's still getting a goal for you. He's still contributing, and that's amazing to see. The likes of Dani Olmo again dropping false nine role, playing that false nine role. He was helping a lot as well. He was doing what he needed to do. He was dropping very deep too. He looked like more of a midfielder a lot of times in that game. But for me, he didn't put in a wrong foot today. He was very good. He even got the assist for the fourth goal for Ferran Torres. Makes a beautiful pass to Ferran Torres over the top, perfectly timed. Ferran Torres makes a great run too, and then Torres, squares it bottom left. So. But it was unfortunate he didn't score today because you can see he's just so eager to score and just do that little celebration. But he was definitely eager to score today. Unfortunately, he didn't because remember he had posted one opportunity where Rafinha chested it down for him and then he bombs it up. It was unfortunate he didn't score today. But again, Dani Olmo for me had a great game playing that false nine role. We can definitely see that more in the future. We'll see what happens with that. But he for sure was great today. The likes of Pedri and Frankie de Jong. Pedri, again, had what you always get from Pedri, a great game from him as well. He always tries to low-key, break through the lines passes. In times it worked and in times it didn't, but still had a great game in recovering the ball, holding up to possession, doing what you usually get from Pedri. Not his the best game from him, again, like Rafinha, but still had a great game where, you get the best out of Pedri to help out the team as much as possible to get the win. So great game for Pedri as well. Frankie de Jong was kind of a little bit iffy first half for sure. A little bit iffy in terms of his defensive wise, because one thing that we see from Frankie de Jong, questions at least I have, and I think a lot of people would have, is can Frankie de Jong play the pivot role, the double pivot role? Can he play the lone pivot role? Because the main doubt from him is his defensive awareness, his defensive ability. I don't think he's amazing defensively. I don't think he's amazing, putting in tackles or late tackles like you would expect from other players. Like the likes of Casado even. Like, he's not the best at it. But what he is great is when he plays a lone pivot role is when he drops deep, makes the transition runs, turns, and with his great turns, his great awareness around him, he's great at that, and he can start up plays like that when the moment he makes those turns and push the ball forward. That's what we get from him. That's the best that we get out of him. Like, that was the best we've seen of him under Xavi, and hopefully we can see that more under Flick. But first half he wasn't doing it that much. Like, second half, 100%, he was way better than the first half. But first half, we were struggling in that. Like, I remember there was this one play where everyone ran. We recovered the ball from our side. Everyone was running forward, and Real Betis left a lot of space for us. And like, we could have easily gone and scored from a counterattack. But Frankie, for some reason, got the ball and started going backwards. Like, he went behind the defenders, like went behind Araujo, and everyone was like, "Well, what are you doing? Like, why'd you go backwards? Like, we're supposed to push forward." And even the fans were in the stadium were like, "What are you doing, bro? You just ruined the whole attack. What was that?" And it was difficult to see because you're just like, why did you do that? Like, when we're playing under a Flick system, it's quick counters, quick aggressive attacks. We need to be quick for on the front foot at all times. The moment we get the ball, we have to be on the front foot and go and attack. Play quick football. And he didn't do that, and that's something we've been seeing. He's been struggling so far, the minutes that he has been playing. But that's something Flick 100% has to engrave in him. Like, yo, this is your mistakes. This is what you're doing wrong. He has to show him, like, and then be like, all right. But in this system, the way we're playing for Barcelona, especially this season, this is what you have to do. He has to make them improve in that, and I know Frankie can improve in that because we know how much of a great player he is. He's one player that, as much as he's getting criticized because of his wages, as much as we're getting criticized because of the renewals, but the whole situation with that, and obviously since joining Barcelona, he's maybe not been the best. What we expected from him. It's still a matter of he's still a talented player, and I know we can get the best out of him under Flick. I know Flick can get 100% of the best from him. He just has to prove it week in, week out with the minutes he does get, because it's going to be difficult for him to get back into the squad 100% because of Pedri, Casado, Gavi, who's now improving massively, and Dani Olmo. Like, this midfield is pretty set so far, right, with those three, with Dani Olmo, Casado, and Pedri, or even Gavi. But it's going to be difficult, but he has to prove it, and I know he can. As much as Araujo can prove it 100%, as much as Inigo's having a great season, Araujo's going to have to prove it too. But we know how great Araujo is, and we know how great Frankie is. So the little minutes he does get, he has to improve and show that he's capable of playing under the system, under Flick, and for Barcelona. And in that second half, he 100% showed it. He was way better in the first half, more aggressive, more put on great, better tackles. He almost got the assist for Yamal, and was 100% improved from the first half to the second half. So hopefully we see more of Frankie. It's going to be a tough situation for him, for sure, but hopefully we see more of him and Flick giving him more confidence. So we'll see what happens with that. With the likes of the defense. Jules Koundé, again, for me, had a great game. He was very good in link-up playing. Him and Yamal have just made a connection with each other. They truly understand each other when they play on the field. Koundé has improved massively in attacking. Like, again, he's just from the start of the season to now, he's just improved massively. Massively in attacking. Like, he even got the goal today. So kudos to him for sure for the work that he's putting in, and what's it called? And it's just amazing to see how much he's improved as a right back. So hopefully he continues in this form, and hopefully he continues to improve, because he's been sensational under Flick. The likes of Gerard Martin. It's just so evident the difference between him and Bali, right? It's just so evident the difference between both of them. Like, it's like, especially attacking wise. Today Martin, I don't think he had like a terrible game. Like, defensively wise, he was pretty decent. Did what he had to do. But the attacking bro situation with him is just horrendous, bro. He's just not great at attacking, is he? Like, he gets into the right positions, into the right spaces. He makes the great runs, but then when it comes to the final third pass, the final pass, he messes up a lot. Like, it's just. Like, I'm not saying that Balde is like the best at it either. He's not incredible at it either. Balde, like, they're not no Jordi Alba level, but they But at least Balde is better than him at it, because Balde at least can cut in and try to dribble through and make a final pass. But Martin, the moment he gets the ball wide like that, he just immediately tries to go for a pass, or he'll go backwards. Like, he's not the best at delivering. So something he needs to improve a lot massively in, because he's the main guy who's going to substitute Balde when he needs rest. So he's going to have to continue improving in that. But I don't think it was a terrible match from him, but improvements are needed. So, but again, decent match from him. Decent match from him. Kubarsi, we already know what we get from Kubarsi every game. Like, line breaking passes, amazing game from him as well. We do what he had to do, put in the work today. Some mistakes today for sure, in terms of his like pressing and his passes. Some didn't work a lot, but it was still a great game from him in general, because only conceding one goal from it wasn't even a mistake. We should have gotten a clean sheet, but still a great game from him. Ronald Araujo fit in like a glove. He fits into the squad like a glove. I've said it, bro. Araujo is amazing, an amazing defender that no matter what, he will learn the system. Like, the main question was, will he fit into the system? Will he fit into this high line the way they were playing? Will he fit in? Will he be able to make it work? And I had no doubts about it, because we all know how much of an incredible defender that Ronald Araujo is. And he has come into the squad and fit in like a glove, because he has been incredible today. He was incredible today. The main thing that I love about Araujo is the fact that he just steps up to the defenders and wins those balls before they even get a sniff of the ball. Like, when an attacker is getting the ball, from one of their players, and he just steps up to them, he's aggressive on them, he holds them wherever, and he just doesn't even let them get a touch. He's first on it. He tries to get first on it before they even try to make a play or anything. He just steps forward all the time, and he always wins it. Like, he's just amazing at that. And not to mention his already aggressiveness, how difficult it is to even get past him. Like, today he bitched so many of their attackers. Like, it's just impossible to get past him. Like, you're going to have to be like an Mbappe level type of player to try to get past him, who's very skillful and very quick with their feet. But besides that, it's almost impossible getting in front of that guy, because he's just huge and he's just quick as hell. And today, like, one of those plays, like, Kubarsi had the ball, he tried to make a long pass, it got intercepted, or it got blocked, and it landed way into our side. And Araujo was deep. Like, when I tell you, he was far away from the ball, and then their attacker was actually closer to the ball, and Araujo ran his ass off to the ball and got there first with an amazing slide tackle and recovered the ball. He made an amazing slide tackle, and on top of that, he recovered the ball. He didn't like clear it or anything. He just slid and got the ball, and it just shows how he's 100%, bro. He's 100% to get back into the squad. Even the whole crowd was cheering him on after he did that and screaming Araujo, Araujo, Araujo. Like, it sounded like they were saying boo, but the commentators were like, no, they're saying Araujo, like they're saying Araujo. But it was just incredible to see what he did today. He fits in like a glove, and I 100% have no doubts that as much as Inigo Martinez is having a sensational season, I have no doubts that Araujo is going to replace him. I'm sorry, Inigo. I'm sorry. Like, you've been amazing, but we have Ronald Araujo, bro. Like, the only guy who can maybe get benched is Kubarsi, just because he's a young player. But Ronald Araujo is someone that I would love to see play week in, week out for us for the rest of the season, as long as he stays fit. Because the main questions around him is his fitness level, right? Hopefully under Flick he improves on that. But yeah, Araujo, magnificent player. And Naki Peña, I don't really care about him. We didn't really get tested that much today, because again, Real Betis just did basically nothing to us today. Besides that penalty that Koundé gave up, obviously Koundé gives up a penalty with a missed tackle, late tackle, and Victor Roque gets the goal. Kudos to him. Gets the goal against us, against his club. At least he can celebrate, right? But yeah. At that point, I really cared, because we already 5-0 up, and I didn't. Oh, I forgot to talk about the last goal. Last goal was Lamine Yamal again. A great pass from Fermin Lopez. Makes the great pass. Yamal just stays on, and then boom, squares it, hits the goalkeeper, and it goes past him. And yeah, mostly fault on goalkeeper, because he literally missed just his dive where he was gonna go. But great finish from Yamal in general, and boom, 5-0. But at that point, before the penalty, we already 5-0 up. Like, I had no, like, I already, like, I was like, who cares? Like, it's just, at that point as fans, like, we don't really care much about the clean sheet. I think the defenders, obviously, and the goalkeeper care, but Iñaki Peña unlucky a little bit, because it just goes under him. But in general, at that point, we already
game set done, because even Flick knew, because when we were 4-0 up, he took out the likes of Rafinha, he took out the likes of Pedri, Gavi, he took out all the main players, because at that point we already had the game won. Give opportunities, give minutes to the other players like Ferran Torres, Fermin, Pau Victor, who came onto the match, Eder Garcia for Araujo too. Flick knowing what he's doing, because he knows there's a lot of games left, and we have to rest as much as possible the main players for sure, because we had Getafe on the weekend on Saturday. But yeah, in general, amazing game, 5-1 game win. La Manito, another La Manito, which is incredible to see. It's incredible to see the confidence that these players are having, and hopefully it continues on for the rest of the season. So amazing win. We're on to the quarterfinals of the Copa del Rey. We'll see who we get drawn to after the match is finished. I think tomorrow Real Madrid play Celta Vigo, which should be pretty difficult match for them. I'm not going to say that they're going to walk the park with Celta Vigo, because they played them earlier this season away to them, and Celta Vigo gave them problems. Like if they had like a decent attacker, a better attacker who can actually score their chances, they probably for sure could have won that match. But Celta Vigo for sure should give them a game, and who knows, maybe even beat them. But it should be a good game for sure. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, again, amazing game from Barcelona, 5-1 win, and sensational. Flick, you have been sensational. Confidence has gone up for sure for the team. But before we end the video, I want to talk quickly about the main news that we got today, which was Ronald Araujo has decided to stay at Barcelona. Yes. It would have been a massive mistake for Barcelona to let this guy go. Like I've already said, again, guys, follow me on TikTok. I'm on TikTok. I try to not report, but at least make videos of the latest news that comes out over Barcelona. Anything that comes out, talk my shit about Barcelona, say what I want to say about Barcelona. Follow me on TikTok. I'm starting to upload way more on there, so you guys can see me talk about the latest news. And I talked about this situation. I'm going to go more in a little bit. I'm basically going to say the same thing what I said there, but definitely follow me there. Link in my bio, link in the description. But Araujo, it was, again, all the speculations, all the talks about him going to Juventus. And I said to myself, why would he ever want to go to the Juventus? Why would he downgrade to Juventus, a team that are in a rebuilding phase? I think they're 5th or 6th in their league. Like they're not great. They're not amazing. So why would he go from there to why would he go to there from a Barcelona side who have been incredible this season? And he knows for sure that he can get back into the squad, because him, as well as Flick, as well as the fan base, know that he is an incredible player. He's an incredible defender. So we all knew that he can get back into the squad. So why would he leave? Because I didn't believe at all that the reports of saying that, Araujo has doubts because of Inigo Martinez's form with Cubarsí. I'm like, no, but that doesn't matter, because you are as much as amazing or even better than Inigo Martinez. Cubarsí for sure too, but so like there's that just is unbelievable. The one thing I said about in the last Barca Talk is the main thing that I was thinking is that obviously there's the contract situation, like going around with Deco and the sporting the directors, whatever. He's the sporting with Barca in general, like the contract situation. He's probably not getting what he wants. He's probably asking for something that Barca weren't willing to give him, or because we've been having talks about Araujo's contract situation for I think well over a year now. So this isn't so that for sure was the main thing for me that had me thinking of why he would even consider leaving. So I'm guessing that when the little interest of Juventus came in and they were probably offering something that he wanted, he probably showed Barcelona, hey, look, they're offering me what I want. I may leave. So improve your offer. And Barcelona, obviously, I would think they're not stupid enough to be like, all right, leave. No, we know this guy is amazing. We know how incredible he is, how he's shown it multiple times and for us. So we can't let this guy go. Barcelona were definitely worried and be like, okay, we'll offer you what you want. And that would obviously give confidence to Araujo to be like, all right, they actually value me. They actually want to give me what I want. Even though it took this to convince them, it's still, they're showing that they value me and are willing to give me what I want, because they know they have confidence in me to improve and get better and be in this team to make, be them success, get them to be successful. So thank God, Deco, you pulled through and convinced Araujo to stay. Hopefully it all goes well in these for their contract talks. Hopefully it goes down well and get that signed soon, because we still have the likes of Lamine, Pedri, Gavi to extend too. But those three already confirmed already that they want to stay 100% with Barcelona, and that talks are going well, and that they will 100% renew. But that's the best situation, the best outcome for both parties, for Araujo, 100%, because we all know that the team loves him, the dressing room loves him. We also saw that clip of of Gavi and Lewa telling him, bro, you have to stay, bro, you have to stay. And in that video, Araujo's body language looked a little bit iffy, but at the same time, we all knew he was, at least I had confidence that he was going to stay, and we all know that the dressing room and him definitely get along, and they love each other. So it was great to see that he has decided to stay, and hopefully for a very long time. So yeah, that was the great news for sure. Besides that, that's pretty much it for this video, to be honest. Again, we have Getafe on the weekend, on Saturday for La Liga match, which we 100% need to win because we need to start racking up points. We can't afford to drop any more points. We just got to pray that Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid start dropping points, but we have to continue winning our points that we need to start to make the gap smaller as much as possible. But yeah, I most likely will stream that match. I'll let you guys know. That's what I'm saying. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, because I always post when I'm going live, when I'm about to go live, and when I post a video. So follow me on those. All my socials are down in the description, so make sure to follow that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, favorite, hit the notification bells, share, and leave a comment down below what you thought about the video, and in general what you think about Barcelona. Will we continue being better? Will we continue improving? Or is it just a fluke? Like I said earlier, I don't think it is, but let me know what you guys think. I love you guys, and we'll be back for another episode of Barca Talk after the Getafe game. Much love, and peace.